In this module, we look at internal audits of the energy management system. An audit is a systematic, independent and documented procedure to objectively and by means of evidence evaluate the extent to which requirements are fulfilled. An internal audit is sometimes termed a first-party audit, while a second-party audit is a management system assessment conducted by a stakeholder such as a customer or supplier. And a third-party audit is a management system assessment conducted by an independent party, such as a certification body, often leading to approval or certification of your organisation. Under ISO 50001, organisations conduct internal audits at planned intervals to ensure that the system conforms to planned arrangements for energy management, including the requirements of ISO 50001, and that it conforms with established energy objectives and targets, and that it's effectively implemented and maintained and improves energy performance. An audit plan and schedule shall be developed taking into consideration the status and importance of the processes and areas to be audited, as well as the results of previous audits. The selection of auditors and conduct of audits shall ensure the objectivity and impartiality of the process, while records of audit results are to be maintained and reported to top management. The difference between ISO 50001 and other management systems is its objective, continual improvement in energy performance. To properly assess energy performance improvement, information from people with a knowledge of the business is indispensable, and therefore an internal energy management system audit is usually more productive than one conducted by second or third parties. The objective of an internal audit is to establish ISO 50001 requirements as a baseline for the organisation to assess operational conformance to the energy management system standard, operational conformance to ISO 50001 requirements, and to assess how well energy reviews lead to performance improvement and how well they evolve into action plans, as well as the criticality of each action proposed by the action plan and the likelihood of achieving targets. It also assesses the organisation and staff's commitment to continual improvement. It builds confidence that the organisation can obtain ISO 50001 certification using the internal audit as a rehearsal. It improves the competency of internal audits and identifies areas for further improvement of the next energy system audit. Here's an activity flow list for the conduct of an internal audit. It breaks into two sections: preparation and implementation. In preparation, you go to the site and meet with the audit coordination team. You check available documents, identify key energy system management documents, identify significant energy use units, you audit sites and audit paths, confirm how the energy management system is organised and what are the roles and responsibilities. You pre-check the audit path and confirm site-specific constraints. Next, execute a key management document review, arrange the quantitative assessment of reviewed documents, initiate scoring with the information available from the document review, and plan the audit activity, define the audit team responsibility and the audit schedule, compose presentation material for the opening session, notify the audit team regarding the plan and the schedule. Then comes the second stage, implementation, starting with organisation of the opening session, agreement on the scoring weight of subclause requirements with the audited team, implementation of the audit and scoring assessment with designated audited groups, implementation of energy performance verification by units of significant energy use, consolidation of the audit findings and quantitative assessment, and presentation of an overview of the audit findings at the closing session. That is followed by the publication of an energy management system audit report. This diagram explains the scope of an energy management system's internal audit within a complete audit program. And here's an overview of the process for an internal audit. The team of auditors first review the documentation. That should provide plenty of information about the energy management operation in preparation for site audit. If the documentation is found to fall far short of what's expected from a properly run energy management system, the auditor is informed the auditee to suspend and defer the audit until the documentation can be further assessed. Once the preparation is completed, a site audit is conducted. The findings from the site audit are consolidated and the results assessed to create an audit report. If the team of auditors feels some information is missing, a supplementary site audit can be arranged with the auditee. After the audit report, a report session is conducted at the site to address any questions that may be raised by the auditee. Once the report is agreed and approved by the auditee, the audit is considered complete. The auditors conduct a post-audit evaluation to look for improvements in the audit process before the next one is held, though the audit evaluation is not actually a part of the audit process itself. And here are the objectives of the audit. During initiation, announcement of the upcoming audit by the system owner to raise awareness that an audit will take place within a given time frame. An audit team will be formed to conduct the document review and prepare for the site audit. During the document review, documentation will be collected and collated to ensure timely and comprehensive presentation of documents requested by the audit team, and a conformity review of the documents will be consulted. During preparation for the audit objectives and plans will be established for the site. Tasks will be assigned for site audit. An assessment table will be created. A site audit itinerary will be created. Opening meetings on audit paths and conclusions, as well as closing meetings, will be scheduled, and the agenda for the opening meeting will be established. The actual audit opens with a meeting to communicate objectives, summarise the planned audit activity, and to establish schedules. Then site inspections based on planned audit paths are held. An audit conclusion per audit path based on the audit findings is written, and the audit is closed with a meeting. The results of the internal audit should be reported before the ISO 50001 certification audit is carried out. The plan and schedule are defined in the following subclauses. Implementation. Evaluate how the recommendations have been incorporated into the overall energy management operation. Second, areas to improve. Identify areas to improve in the audit process. Third, considerations for the next system audit. Identify actions to be taken up at the next audit. Next, document control. Ensure that the documentation related to the audits is in accordance with document management guidelines. And finally, plan for the next audit. Draft the next audit plan.